It seems like daylight savings time has been a part of the world for a very long time. But now the discussion is if we should keep daylight savings time or not. So, should we keep it? Daylight savings time has been like I said, around for a very long time. It's been around since at least the 19th century. And many countries do use it. Now, daylight savings time has dropping rates of crime, maximizes energy consumption, and profits the economy. Now, looking at this map, the blue parts are where daylight savings time is being used still. The orange parts of the map is where daylight savings time was being used, but it's not being used anymore. And then the red parts of the map is when daylight savings time has never been used. Now, daylight savings time is considered to be bad for people's health, which it's considered bad for your health because it changes your sleep patterns, which in the sleep patterns, by a slight change in sleep patterns causes a circadian rhythm change, which is considered bad for your health. There was a research done that the circadian rhythm changing increases by 10% the following days after daylight savings time. And this information was found from Daylight Savings Time Pros and Cons. Now, we talked about it's bad for your health. It's also known as a sleepy Monday. The days after following Daylight Savings Time, which is November 16th and March 13th, is considered a sleepy Monday because people are more sleep deprived the day after your sleeping pattern has changed. And that means people don't want to necessarily get up the next day to either go to work, to school, anything you have to do that day. People don't want to do because you're more sleep deprived, which is also found from Daylight Savings Time Pro and Con website. We talked about 2 ways that it's bad for your health. Now let's talk about why daylight savings time is a benefit in the world. Daylight savings time brings sunlight more in the evening, and darkness is considered to be bad. So by daylight savings time later in the evening, it can save lives. A study was done that says daylight savings time can save 343 lives per year. This little diagram just kind of shows spring brings 2 hours of more daylight savings time, and then fall brings less hours of sunlight. Now, not only does it save lives, it also increases economy profit. So imagine this. Daylight savings time comes, and someone's shopping, and the people that normally shop are the parents, and parents have jobs. And after work, they don't necessarily want to shop when it's dark out. So if this daylight savings time comes and sunlight is more in the evening, they're more likely to shop, which increases retail sales, gas prices, and snacks. A study was done in 2007 that estimated about $59 million was saved from robberies being committed by the sun being up later in the day. For example, the robbers do not want the sun to be up when they're trying to rob a bank or a shop or whatever they're trying to rob. So the sun being later in the evening allows robber rates to drop. This was found from Daylight Savings Time Pro and Cons. Now, we talked about 2 ways it's bad and 2 ways it benefits. So let's talk about some ways we can fix the routine so that all benefits. we can change the clocks the night before, which allows less confusion. I know most clocks do change automatically, but some clocks do not. For example, microwaves, ovens, alarm clocks. You might not necessarily know you use these clocks either. So, to avoid less confusion, just change all the clocks the night before. Now, we can also catch up on a few Z's by going to bed earlier than we normally do weeks before or a couple days before daylight savings time comes. Daylight savings time is normally around the same time of year every year. So we do know when it's coming, which we can prepare by getting extra sleep and will allow no more sleepy Mondays. Daylight savings time is a new topic everyone is talking about nowadays. Many disagreements on whether or not to keep it, but by looking back at my main points, which is saving lives, profits the economy, with only a few changes to be had, which is like extra sleep, changing clocks, I think daylight savings time is more beneficial to keep it. This topic is even worldwide adapted. Here is my last slide and some references that I used that I also mentioned in my speech. Thank you for listening.